Have you ever owned a truck with an engine so tough, it just laughs at heavy loads? That engine that was built to run for 500,000 miles, or maybe even more. In a world full of complex, and let's be honest, sometimes unreliable engines, there are a few legendary powerhouses that just stand out. Today, we're ranking the most indestructible truck engines ever built, the real titans of torque, and the true kings of towing. You're going to want to stick around to see which engine grabs the #1 spot as the ultimate workhorse. So, let's get into it. Starting the countdown at number 10 is a gasoline powerhouse from a brand that's basically synonymous with reliability, the Toyota 5.7-liter iForce V8. You'll find this engine in the Tundra, and it's a perfect example of overbuild engineering. With dual overhead cams and variable valve timing, it was quite advanced for its time, but its real claim to fame is its exceptional longevity. It produces 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque, so it doesn't have the extreme grunt of the big diesels we'll discuss later, but it's famous for exceeding 300,000 miles with just regular maintenance. Now, for anyone who wants a gas engine that just does not die, the iForce V8 has more than earned its spot on this list. Now, coming in at number 9 is the blue-collar hero of work fleets all across the country, the GM 6.0-liter Vortec V8. This engine is the definition of a workhorse. Now, it was put in countless Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra HD trucks, vans, and SUVs from the early 2000s. And the best thing about it is its simplicity. It has a durable iron block and a simple pushrod design, which means that there's less stuff that can break. It generated around 300 to 345 horsepower and 360 to 380 pound-feet of torque, which was plenty for commercial crews and tradespeople. Now, these engines are known for being low maintenance and are famous for hitting 300,000 miles, which is why fleet managers who care about uptime more than anything else still love them. Now, it might not be the fanciest engine out there, but you just can't argue with that kind of track record. Now, when Ford needed a seriously tough gas engine for its Super Duty trucks, they created the 6.2-liter V8, which they nicknamed the Boss. Now, this naturally aspirated V8 was the standard engine in F250s and F350s for years, and for a very good reason. It's a simple, single overhead cam design built with one main goal: durability, putting out a healthy 385 horsepower and over 430 pound-feet of torque. The 6.2-liter V8 gives you the confident power without the complexity or maintenance bills of a diesel. It quickly gained a reputation for being a highly reliable, low-maintenance choice for people who tow heavy loads but prefer gasoline. Many people have called it one of the most dependable truck engines Ford has ever produced in the modern era, a true workhorse that just simply works. You know what they say, there's no replacement for displacement. Our number 7 spot is proof of that. The Chevrolet 8.1-liter Vortec V8 was the last of the true production big blocks, a monster of a gas engine built for one thing: moving heavy stuff. You could get it from 2001 to 2006 in heavy-duty pickups and even medium-duty commercial trucks. With 340 horsepower and a massive 455 pound-feet of torque, it offered diesel-like pulling power in a gasoline package. Now, thanks to its sturdy iron block and its simple design, the 8.1-liter Vortec is known for being incredibly durable, even under serious abuse. Now, it's a thirsty engine for sure, but if you needed to tow extreme loads without getting a diesel, this big block was, and still is, a legend. Now, here's an interesting one. In a unique partnership, Cummins developed a 5.0-liter V8 turbo diesel engine specifically for the Nissan Titan XD. The whole point of this engine was to bridge that gap between a standard half-ton truck and a full-on heavy-duty. It gave you 310 horsepower and a very respectable 555 pound-feet of torque, which gave the Titan XD some serious towing muscle for its class. Now, it was a bold idea, putting a strong diesel option in a market dominated by gas V8s. And while this engine didn't last forever, its design was pure Cummins, strong and built for torque. It earned its reputation as a solid power plant for that light heavy-duty towing job, a unique engine that proved a smaller diesel could still be built like a tank. Alright, we're at the halfway point, and believe me, the engines only get more legendary from here on out. Now, if you're enjoying this breakdown of towing powerhouses, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, you really don't want to miss out on our top 5, where we separate the true legends from the gods of indestructibility. Now, entering our top 5 is Ford's beast of a diesel, the 6.7-liter Powerstroke V8, also known as a Scorpion. When Ford brought its diesel engine design in-house back in 2011, they created a masterpiece. This engine has a compacted graphite iron block, which is stronger and lighter than regular iron, and a really unique design with inboard exhaust and outboard intakes. The numbers are simply staggering. The latest high-output versions of this engine are cranking out 500 horsepower and an unbelievable 1,200 pound-feet of torque. This makes it a leader in its class, capable of towing loads over 35,000 pounds in some trucks. Now, all modern engines have complex emission systems, but Ford has been constantly tweaking the 6.7-liter, and the post-2015 models in particular are known for their incredible power and solid reliability. Now, coming in hot at number 4 is the champion from General Motors, the 6.6-liter L5P Duramax. The Duramax has always been a major player, especially when paired with the legendary Allison transmission. However, the L5P version, introduced in 2017, truly took things to another level. It has a strong cast iron block, aluminum heads to save some weight, and a total redesigned fuel system and turbo. Now, the latest L5P Duramax puts out up to 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque, delivering 90% of that power at just 1,550 RPM. That gives you incredible pull right off the line. Now, it's also known for being relatively quiet and smooth, and owners praise it for its reliability, often reporting fewer emissions-related headaches compared to some of its rivals. Now, with a tow rating that can exceed 35,000 pounds, it's a refined, powerful, and exceptionally durable engine. Now, taking the bronze medal is the engine that powers Ram's heavy-duty trucks, the legendary 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel. Now, what makes the Cummins such a long-time favorite is its inline-six design. Now, this layout is naturally balanced, which makes it run more smoothly, and it has fewer moving parts than a V8, a significant reason why it's so famously durable. Built with a tough graphite iron block, this engine is a torque monster, with the high-output models now delivering up to 430 horsepower and an astonishing 1,075 pound-feet of torque. The 6.7-liter is famous for its massive low-end grunt, which makes it an absolute beast for pulling heavy trailers from a dead stop. Additionally, it's relatively easy to work on and boasts a massive aftermarket community. It's a modern engine with an old-school, indestructible soul. Now, this next one is the legend. The engine that built a massive cult following and is still regarded as one of the most reliable diesels ever put into a pickup. The 7.3-liter Power Stroke. Built by International Navistar for Ford from 1994 to 2003, the 7.3-liter is a definition of bulletproof. Its magic is its simplicity and how overbuilt it was. It used a simple direct injection system and didn't have any of that complex emissions gear that you have to deal with today. It was rated from the factory at a pretty conservative 210 to 275 horsepower and 425 to 525 pound-feet of torque, which means that this engine was never even breaking a sweat. The result is an engine that can famously run for 500,000 or even a million miles with simple basic care. It was a true mechanical tank, and the debate between it and the number one pick is one of the greatest in truck history. And taking that top spot, the absolute king of indestructible engines is the 5.9-liter Cummins i6. This engine is more than just a power plant. It's an icon. Just like its bigger 6.7-liter brother, its inline-six design is naturally tough and simple. The early 12-valve versions are loved for being purely mechanical, without all that complex electronics of later engines. Now, that simplicity is its superpower. They're incredibly easy to work on, fantastically reliable, and can handle huge power upgrades without falling apart. Stories of 5.9-liter Cummins engines hitting 1, 2, or even 3 million miles are out there and well documented. Over its long life, it has made anywhere from 160 to 325 horsepower and 400 to 610 pound-feet of torque. While it doesn't have the insane numbers of today's diesels, its combination of simplicity, serviceability, and unstoppable durability makes the 5.9-liter Cummins the ultimate engine built like a tank. So there you have it, our ranking of the toughest towing engines ever built. Now, these are the engines that have earned their reputations one grueling mile at a time. They all share that same DNA of being overbuilt, focused on torque, and designed to go to the distance. But now, I want to hear from you. Which of these engines is your favorite? Now, is there a legendary workhorse that you think we missed? Let me know your number one pick in the comments below. Now, thanks for watching. If you want more deep dives into the most legendary vehicles and engines ever made, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one.